Who am I? In a previous recording, we talked about what the religions asked us to do. Saying it is one thing, but how to act on it is another story. We said that the identification of the mind with its possessions is the problem. The mind thinks that his external possessions are him. Let me give you one simple example. Look at yourself in a mirror. You may bring a judgment of, I am good looking or I am ugly. Regardless, you might tell yourself, this is my face, which means this is my possession. You have a face. How can you have something and that something is you? Can something exterior to you be you? If you say, this is my nose, my face, it is a possession of yours. It is not you. Your body can't be you, and you are more than that. We are separate from our body. There we come back to religar, which is religion, relation, and connection. Religare, which is lecture and observation. If I am looking at myself through the mirror, I am observing. Allow myself to be clear on that. If I use certain words, sometimes it is because of a word shortage. In spirituality, there is no technique, no method. Anyone who is using a technique will not solve the problem. They won't come up with a positive conclusion. This is why there are so many religions out there. We will talk about this later on. If I am looking at my physical body through the mirror, I should know that this is a machine, a vehicle. I should not feel like it's my actual self. If I feel like that, this is because I identify myself with the machine, with the material. I know that what I'm saying right now may cause you to stop watching this recording. You may not be interested anymore, although this is a fact. Lots of people think that their wives, their husbands are their possession. When you talk, you say, my wife or my husband. It sounds as though they are your possession. It is not because you love your spouse, it is because you possess them. They are your thing, your belonging. You are identifying yourself with that external belonging, though you should not identify yourself with anything exterior to you. When you look through the mirror, tell yourself, I am life, I am life, I am not that body. Life is manifested in different ways. The body I am using, the body I am borrowing for this life has different intensities. It is like a lamp which has different levels of brightness. The first intensity is called dream. The second intensity is called awakening. When the consciousness starts asking questions, the mind feels like there's something wrong, something missing, something unknown is going on. This is philosophy. From sleep to wake to illumination, it is about letting life rule you. This is the solution from the religions. This is the third level of knowledge, the world of ideas, which is manifested as a flash. Remember, we talked about the flash in our last recording. What should I do if a lot of negative thoughts are stopping me from sleeping? Just observe them. You don't condemn them. You don't qualify them as good or bad. Look at them. Detach yourself from them. Religare, you can even laugh at them. Say to yourself, why am I having those thoughts? A lot of us say that, why am I having those thoughts? If I can detach myself from my thought, it's clear that I am different from them. It is a big problem when you express a thought, someone disagrees, and both of you form an argument. Both of you are fighting for acknowledgement. Both of you identify yourselves with your thought. Both of you want to be the winner, and both of you want to have the last word. The first solution is to observe, religare. Observe carefully what your thoughts are. Look at you. Observe yourself. Observe your feelings. Do not judge. Do not qualify the other person's thoughts. The second solution is to stop comparing. Stop the comparisons, like, if my thought is not correct, the other one may not be correct also. If my thought is not correct, the other one may be correct. Stop the comparison. You must have read this passage from the Bible. Our biggest problem is comparison. When you start comparing, you enter an infernal ride. Because your ego, your I, will never accept to be put down. Even though you realize that the other person is right, you will always use some trick, some cunning to bring the other one down. The big truth is observation. When you start that process, you will feel better, and those kinds of thoughts and behaviors will lessen and disappear in the end. You will understand this part better when you listen to the following recordings in which we will talk about the Bible's verses in the Greek mythology.